Prescott Van Meyer III, sommelier from home. In today's sponsored episode, Samuel Adams brings us Just the Haze, their non-alcoholic IPA. Well, it is dry January, and a nice change of pace, I'm being paid to not drink alcohol. My liver thanks you, Samuel Adams. I don't know if my viewers will thank you, but that's what we're here to discuss. They do like it when I get pretty tanked, when I get wicked pissed, when I take a wicked pissa off the Lansdowne Street. It's a Boston reference to Samuel Adams. So we have this non-alcoholic IPA from Samuel Adams. Just makes me think, what would my life be like if I'd had a non-alcoholic variation? Perhaps I would be as historically recognized as Samuel Adams. My life would have been different, that's for sure. Probably wouldn't have married Abby. Probably would have married someone named Elizabeth, who I'd call Beth. Come home at the end of a long day and she'd say, "Oh, Prescott, I'm so happy you're home. Physical affection with you doesn't make me ill. And have I mentioned recently that your fingers are anything but rat-like? They're girthy." Oh, that's a nice little fantasy. Let's get back to the beer, though. Lots of flavor to enjoy. Not like that watery bullshit you normally get with non-alcoholic beers. I'm so tired of the bullshit, you know? It's 2023. Let's cut through it. Let's get real. It's all about being real to me. I actually auditioned for Real World Boston in 1997, and they said we don't take minors, especially drunk ones. Which I wasn't drunk for that audition. I was drinking non-alcoholic beers, which tasted like crap. I mean, this was way before Sam Adams cracked the code and made something juicy and hazy. And they're not just paying me to say that. I mean, they are, but they're also not. I mean, they will. I want to say it, and I have to say it. Synergy. Let's open it up. Now I do try to keep my physical location a secret, you know, gotta keep it mysterious, keep the mystery alive. Some of you have figured it out. Let's not ruin it for everyone else. Having said that, there are some allergies in the air in the place that I am currently located. They're doing a number on me. So if I sound a little nasally, that's why. But even through all this nasal congestion, I'm still getting a lot of fruit coming off of this hazy IPA. Really nice citrus. It tends more towards grapefruit and orange. There's a sweetness to it. It's also a good feeling to know I could crush 6 of these and then jump in my car and drive somewhere if my car wasn't in the shop, because I ran over something metal on the highway and punctured my oil pan. But we're gonna keep that car humming along because buying a new one is expensive. Spittoon is in the frame, but we're not gonna use Spittoon today. It's just gonna be easy drinking. For those of you familiar with IPAs, they can be very overbearing with their resin and their bitterness. This is incredibly smooth, nice barley, umami, baked bread finish. And if you're the type of person who knows what the word umami means, you're gonna love it. Got some nice sweetness on the palate. This is a very mellow, but very full flavored beer. You know who would love this? Phoebe. Although she would probably catch on pretty quickly that it wasn't doing what she wanted it to do. Her lack of belligerence would also create some more belligerence. She's one of those people who's more angry when she hasn't had a few drinks. There's a sweet spot with Phoebe. Very small sweet spot, but that's with most people. Am I right? I mean, everyone falls on that continuum between having absolutely nothing in your system and having too many. We're all trying to find that sweet spot in there. And this, boy, a nice change of pace in your evening. If you maybe had a little too many, you need to cut back a little bit, but you still want to enjoy something very flavorful that's not grape soda. This is what you want. I can absolutely see why this was the gold medal winner at the Great American Beer Fest. Full flavor, very smooth, nothing overpowers you, and yet it still gives you an incredible amount of flavor throughout the entire experience. Absolutely wonderful. When is a good time to enjoy this? Maybe a wedding where the people are not too happy about who's getting married. Loose lips sink ships. And they ruin wedding receptions and marriages and lives. And charades. That's another one that can get ruined with too much alcohol. Maybe you've been losing to your neighbor at charades for a long time now. He keeps reminding you every time you take the trash out, and you know the next time you beat him, that means you never have to play him again. So you make him a whiskey neat, go a little heavy on the pour, and you're just enjoying Samuel Adams' Just the Haze non-alcoholic IPA. Keep your wits about you. Then you can finally beat Clive. Not that that's gonna impress Abby. She thought it was so impressive. He was a heart surgeon. Sporting events. You're supporting the visiting team, right? You're on the road, in the parking lot, having a little tailgate party, and you wanna keep your head on a swivel. Maybe you're in Philadelphia. Or maybe you just got carried away in the past at sporting events. And when you get a little too many in you, you start thinking, you know, these batteries in my pocket should be tossed at the nearest athlete. Again, that's Philadelphia. Who else should be drinking this? Little League coaches. right? I mean, they enjoy a nice brew in the sun while the beautiful game is being played, but we need them to stay composed, please. We all know a walk is as good as a hit, but you don't have to scream that. You can just tell him calmly, hey, little Patrick, a walk and a hit mean the same thing. I love my life as a Little League coach. Who do we wish would be drinking it? Carnival ride operators. It would actually be comforting to see exactly what they're drinking if you saw that it was non-alcoholic as you get buckled into those frayed and tattered straps. One loose and rusty 3/4 inch bolt, the only thing keeping you from being on the 8 o'clock news. Yeah, I want those operators to be drinking just the Haze, non-alcoholic IPA. You know what, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I think we're all thinking of the type of person who would want to drink a hazy IPA. It's hipsters. Yeah, hipsters. I think they went from being overrated to underrated. They're purveyors of the finer things in life, sort of. Should they be drinking this? Absolutely. Gives them the bold flavor of having a beer without getting all sloshy and realizing that they actually don't understand Vonnegut. And that nightstand that they made themselves, it's just reclaimed crap. You don't have to scream at me that vinyl sounds better, because it doesn't. Does it sound different? Yes. Does it sound better? No. I mean, sometimes new things come along and they raise the bar of quality through innovation and sponsorships, not new car level sponsorship. Fix your car level sponsorship. And for that, this gold medal beer gets a thumbs up from me. And what would I pair this with? Anything that you would pair with a beer. Anything. Barbecue, a meal, a snack, a Sunday afternoon, anything. It's not rocket science, it's beer. Maybe I would not pair it with poor decisions. So, poor decisions like punching your cousin in the face at your wedding reception. Those of you familiar with the channel know that sometimes sponsors get higher ratings, but I think it's more of the confidence that they bring with themselves to let me try a product that they know will get a high rating. And well, it's no different with just the Haze non-alcoholic IPA from Sam Adams. I'm giving it a score of 89. A delicate, drinkable beer that won't leave you tanked. Well, I'm gonna take this Just the Haze non-alcoholic IPA by Samuel Adams and go do some chainsaw work. Maybe then do some archery.